Shalom, Kahala Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect, Tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yashuan with a quick lesson. All right. Coming up on the Passover. All right. So this is 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, as we all know. Let's get it here. 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves. It is the time for some serious self-examination. All right? Whether you be in the faith, okay? Introspection, if you will. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Okay? Now, let's go look at this in a couple of different versions that may bring a little more clarity. All right? NIV. Examine yourselves to see whether you are in the faith. Test yourselves. Okay? Hey, the Most High is going to test you. All right? Do you not realize that Yahushua, Hamashiach Yahushua is in you, unless, of course, you fail the test? Okay? Now is not the time to be failing the many tests that we're going through right now. First, understand that this is testing season. All right? What is the main test? Don't take the Mont B. Okay? In NLT, examine yourselves to see if your faith is genuine. Do you have genuine faith, or are you just going through the motions? Test yourselves. Surely you know that Yahushua HaMashiach is among you. If not, you have failed the test of genuine faith. All right? NSV, examine yourselves to see whether you are in the faith. Test yourselves. Or do you not realize this about yourselves, that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, unless indeed you fail to meet the test? Okay? Can't you see for yourselves that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you unless you actually fail the test? Right? Unless you are unapproved, except ye be reprobates, unless indeed you are disqualified. All right. Now, okay, here we go. Coming up, the Pesach is a week away, right? Test yourselves. Where's the instruction? Examine yourself to look inward, to see, right? If you're being faithful, if you're in this thing, test yourselves. What's the instruction? Examine yourselves, test yourself all the way through this season, Passover season. Okay? Unless indeed you fail the test and are rejected as counterfeit. And that if not, you are worthless. Wow. Unless you have completely failed. How do you fail the test? Let's get this real quick. This is one of my favorite scriptures right here. Proverbs 1. And what? 7. Let's get it in the KJV, to be sure. Wow, this is really acting up. Come on now. Okay. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and what? That word, instruction. What are your instructions? Don't be a fool. Not now, not during Passover season, or ever for that matter, but especially now. All right? This is the lesson. Don't be a fool. All right? You've been given instruction. What is the instruction? Examine yourselves. Self-examination. Test yourself. Okay? What? That you're being faithful to this thing. All right? All right, get up off of it. Next, Lamentations. We're going to keep it short. This is Lamentations 3. And 40. Let us search and try our ways. All right? Am I looking out for my brother? Am I praying? Am I tripping? Am I being prideful? Right? Am I doing the work? Am I doing my videos? Am I putting first the kingdom? That's a self-examination. What could I be doing better? Let us search and try our ways and turn again and repent. Turn again to the Lord. Let's look at this in some other versions real quick. Real quick. Come on. Yeah, this thing's acting a damn fool. It's probably going to do what it did yesterday. Bear with me on this. Baba Kasha. Yeah, it's frozen now. Look at this. Terrible. Let's see. 40. Wow, come on. Salakia Akim. Our Lamentations 3 and 40. Let us examine our ways and test them. Test what? Your ways. That's the same thing. Examine yourselves. Let us examine our ways and test them, and let us return to the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Instead, let us test and examine our ways. Test and examine. Let us search and try our ways. Contemporary English version. Instead, we should think about the way we are living. All right? Look at what you're doing. You know what you're doing wrong. All right? Let us search our ways. Let us examine our ways. We search our ways and investigate, doing a self-investigation, self-examination, all right? Good enough on that. This is 1 Corinthians 9. Don't hesitate to go to Berean. 27. But I keep my body under, Salah, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I find myself should be a castaway. Now, of course, we got to look at this. NIV. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize. So this is testing yourself. Okay? NLT. I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should. Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I myself might be disqualified. So you can't go out and preach to somebody the law and then turn around and break it. All right? Berean. But I batter my body and bring it into servitude, lest having preached to others, I myself might be disqualified. New American Standard. But I strictly discipline my body and make it my slave, so that after, how do you do this? Fasting. How do you discipline your body? All right. How about Amplified? But like a boxer, I strictly discipline my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached the gospel to others, I myself will not somehow be disqualified as unfit for service. Okay? This all goes back to testing and proving your own selves and examining yourself. All right? I chastise, I harden, I subdue, I keep my body under control. Right? I choose spiritual over carnal. I afflict. Where's I afflict? I beat. I hit hard. I punish. I chastise. All right? So you can't go out and preach to somebody the gospel, if you will, and not be, not be practicing what you preach, so to speak. All right? Now, let's get 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. Because this is going into the Pasuk right here. 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. Okay? You can't be double-minded. You can't be saying that you're doing what, or telling people what is right and what is wrong, and you're clearly doing wrong. All right? Now let's get 1 Corinthians 11. 11, and we'll start with 27. This is going into the Pasuk. All right. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and the blood of the Lord. Okay? This is going into the Passover here. You can't eat, and the elder apostle Tahar goes into this all the time. You can't eat the Passover unworthily. Right? So what must you first do? Weeks before the Passover. Examine yourselves. Test yourself. Get yourself right going in. Then the week of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and then 2 to 4 weeks after. All right. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and the blood of the Lord. All right. So this is going on during, right, what they call the Last Supper, observing the Lord's Supper, right? Or the Passover. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of the bread and drink of that cup. All right. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. All right. That's good right there. All right. Hey, it keeps saying it over and over. Examine yourselves. Self-examination is what is required right now. Yeah, thorough self-examination and concentrate on what must be on these instructions. Back to Proverbs. Examine yourself. What is the instruction? What is the instruction? Examine yourself. Test yourself. Focus. Stay focused. All right. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and what? Instruction. All right. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, because fools despise instruction, but as wise. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right? So with that, we're going to end it there. We hope that the elect were edified. Here comes the Pesach. You guys examine yourselves and see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified. And with that, shalom.